It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we got the Isleweaver update in about 8 days on all platforms. And in the meantime, some of the lead developers on Warframe have been teasing what's happening in this upcoming update. So we got some coverage of some tweets about some upcoming stuff. Mainly Captain VOR's rework, some interesting details on that, and also an in-game look of the new Citrine Augment. And we have some discussion on that one too, so let's hop right in. But before we do, make sure to sub this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads, build videos, news videos, all that kind of stuff here at Place Warframe content. Let's throw on some Sobek ribbon rolling footage in the background as I have been rolling a Sobek ribbon to use with the new spider frame. Never mind the fact I have like 5 Sobek ribbons. I kind of wanted one just for her. In the end, it just basically ended up being another Sarah ribbon, which is totally fine. But yeah, first things first, we got our first look at the in-game of the new Citrine Augment Prismatic Companion. Yes, this one ended up being a little bit different than I was thinking it would be. Because when he said you're going to throw up some arbitrary restrictions for how you can carry on your gem, they weren't kidding. So, the new augment for Citrine is going to be called Prismatic Companion. And as you can see right here, Prismatic Gem Augment. The gem now attaches to your free moving companion. Also passive plus 50% Prismatic Gem duration. So, we got a little bit of that clip right here of it. Let's see how this looks. Okay, this is Pablo's video on Twitter, and this is the quality he uploaded to that. So, I can hardly even, I'll be honest, Pablo, I can hardly even see, man. What is going on in the footage? But yeah, it looks like the Panzercat has the turret, so, yeah, there you can finally see it. The Panzercat has the new Citrine skin turret, and that's pretty cool. That turret gives you increased status chance, and also does, blast out some procs at enemies and does some damage, so that should be really, really good. It's more of an energy saver and duration reset because this gem, I mean, I think it costs like 160 energy on my build. Let me look at my Citrine build, but basically it does cost a good amount of energy, and this is just basically to make it where it can be carried around with you. It's modeled by range usually too, so yeah, I don't know. This one is going to be interesting. I'm not sure if it's actually going to be worth the mod slot on Citrine, because she is a little bit restricted on the mod slots, at least from what I remember. I don't really play Citrine too much. She's really good for level 10,000, though. But yeah, basically, additional information on this came out. So after that clip came out, people were like, oh, that's cool, Pablo. But I saw you're carrying around the gem with the Panzer Volpaphyla. Can it be carried by Sentinels as well, or is it just Beast Companions? It is only free and moving companions is what Pablo says. So they're stuck to you, they aren't free. So this is another reason not to use Sentinels. It's mainly for Citrine not using Sentinels, but yeah. Just like Resourceful Retriever does not work on Sentinels, this gem augment won't be carried around by Sentinels either. I guess it would be a little bit too easy since it would be literally a turret at that point, just be following you around. But yeah, they had to make it a little bit more annoying by making the Beast Companion carry around. So as far as my Citrine setup right now, I'll definitely make the build a little bit different when she comes out. But it looks like Citrine's Prismatic Gem is very, very modeled by I was right, it is 116 energy in my build. But you have to do status duration, status chance, damage, and it's modeled by range. So you probably won't need to have as much range because you'll have a little turret following you around. But yeah. Good luck finding some room on the build. I technically don't really need Recrystallize, so maybe I'll just take off Recrystallize and throw that on there instead. But yeah, the Citrine Augment, got an in-game preview of it. It looks cool. I'm more excited for the skin, actually, than the Augment. Personally, I'm more excited for the skin than the Augment, now that we've seen what the Augment does. But yeah, still cool that Citrine's getting another Augment. Unfortunately, it won't be her helmet ability, but a reminder too, the other frames getting augments are Kalervo, Jade, and Caliban. We saw the Caliban one like being designed. The Jade one, I don't think is even done yet, is what Pablo's saying, according to some of these tweets. And then the Kalervo one, your guess is as good as mine. So, yeah, that's the first look at the Citrine one. Let's move on to the next news nugget. It's going to be the reworked Captain VOR fight. There is going to be some interesting stuff going on here. And also, Captain VOR might become an arcane farm going forward. Not the most meta arcane farm, but still an arcane farm nonetheless. So here we are, back on Pablo's Twitter. Thank you for all this information, Pablo. You make making these videos more fun. We have the reworked Captain VOR fight. I want you to look at that bottom right corner and what's happening, okay? So I knew DE would resort to this method eventually, but they actually did it this time. So reminder, there's a Captain VOR rework coming in because he's the first boss fight in the game. He's pretty boring for most people. Let's see what they got. So You are playing Valkyrie and Valkyrie's ulti. You go into this hallway with a really blurry gameplay, and then look, it turns off your abilities. So, DE has finally done it. They've resorted to full nullification of abilities. It's basically just saying, yep, we're not going to balance around Mesmer Skin, we're just going to turn off Mesmer Skin. So, as you can see right here, the abilities are fully disabled in this laser hallway. Of course, you'll be able to use, like, Vazarin and Rolling Guard to still get through it. But, yeah, yikes. So, if you do want to cheese this, I'd recommend that you literally equip Vazarin Focus Tree. Hopefully, Pablo will listen to this part. But, yeah, it looks like the ability got disabled when she went into this hallway. You could definitely Vazarin dash and get through that hallway with 5 seconds invincibility. So, like, second staircase, they turn them off. Oh, no, it's third staircase, they turn them off. So, if you really, really haul Valkyrie tail, you could definitely get through that hallway invincible. But yes, guys, they are starting to resort to the entire ability disabling as a difficulty method. And also, why are they doing this? Because this is going to be the Steel Path special version, it seems like. Additionally, this fight is going to drop arcanes, according to Pablo. Now, is it going to be a meta arcane farm? Sounds like no, but it will still be a place you can farm arcanes where you can't really do that right now. So someone asked, silly question, but is Captain VOR being given any new drops this update? I love the update to this fight, but would feel disappointed if clearing on Steel Path just resulted in a Cronus blueprint. He will have and Pablo said, he will have a random selection of existing arcanes. So no real reason to farm him if you already have all the arcanes, but if you are missing some, there is a small extra there. So yeah, this is actually a new thing for Captain where he will drop arcanes. Now, of course, we have no idea which arcanes they are, and he just said like a random assortment of existing arcanes, so not new arcanes. There will be no reason to farm it, but there will, that's an option at least that you can. If you really like this boss fight, maybe if it's like we're getting it down to like maybe a couple minute boss fight, because he'll definitely have damage attenuation and stuff like that. It depends which arcanes will drop. Is this going to drop Arcane Avengers? Is this going to drop Arcane Energize? Is this going to drop melee influence? Who knows what's going to drop here? We definitely don't. Pablo probably doesn't even know the entire list yet either. But yeah, this is going to be the method they're going to be using to try and make content more difficult in Warframe, it seems like, entirely disabling abilities. I can't say that I blame them with how many insanely strong abilities we have in this game, but yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like, this is what the stuff they have to start resorting to. We're going to start getting nullifier bullets on enemies too, I guarantee it. Enemies that have nullification bullets, like when we get shot, it turns off all our abilities, things like that, but basically, yeah, guys, that's all the things I want to cover today. There was a brief mention on his Twitter about there being remember I made a video about Conclave Augment mods and how, like, they're so useless because you can't really, they're only in PvP, make them in PvE. Pablo did respond to that and basically said, he said what I said in the video, basically. Yeah, that'd be us having to remake and make new mods for like 20 different augments. So that's not going to happen, but still, nice to see the response on that. Conclave Augment mods will remain useless and only in PvP. So either way, hope you guys found the video fun, helpful. Isleweaver comes out on the 25th, so 8 days from today. I'll be live on stream tonight, maybe showing off some of these Sobak ribbons. And yeah, guys, I appreciate the support. Take it easy. Peace.